Tucked away along the northern coast of California sits a small range of a very special type of tree. The tallest trees on Earth, the mighty redwoods. Seeing them for the first time is almost unreal, bark and branches soaring skyward, creating a shady atmosphere filled with crisp Californian air. Several places have been designed to protect these awesome trees, but the place we're talking about today stands out from the rest as an example of how the natural world can come together and create something beautiful. This is the story of the world's largest tree. This is the story of Redwood National Park. Growing up to heights of 380 feet, and with lifespans up to 2,000 years, the redwood is a truly impressive tree. So it's surprising that such a massive tree comes from a seed comparable to that of a tomato seed. It's even more surprising that these magnificent trees grew over so much of the northern hemisphere during the age of the dinosaurs. However, due to climate change, the range of the trees grew smaller and smaller over time, now only seen within the fogs along the North California coast. But what's left of these trees still stand tall, keeping sentinel over the animals of the forest and shoreline. The tallest currently standing tree is known as Hyperion, named after the Greek Titan, and it resides at 379.7 feet tall. The tree's location is mostly kept secret as to not attract the attention of loggers or other vandals, and only those with a permit can access it. But the tree has stood the test of time, and reaches for the skies along with his other brethren as redwoods have done for millions of years. And as the redwoods have grown proud and tall, they have found many uses both practical and inspirational. The Native American tribes like the Yurok used the trees to make redwood canoes and to build homes for shelter and ceremonies. The tribes used the land to their advantage and were very resourceful during their hunting and gathering sessions to ensure a continued availability of the renewable resources around them. Unfortunately, as is the tale with most national parks, European greed caused many of the gigantic trees to topple. The first Western scientist to discover the trees was Archibald Menzies in 1794, but other settlers saw the potential use of the redwood trees beyond science, as profit. People like Jedediah Smith, a fur trapper, helped open up the redwood landscape to a mass immigration movement. The gold rushes of the mid-1800s brought prospectors and other Easterners out to California by the thousands, and after gold fever died down, eyes started turning to the redwoods. Roads were carved through the landscape just for loggers to get their hands on the precious lumber. By the 1920s, most of the trees along the coast had been chopped down in a scenario similar to Dr. Seuss's The Lorax. However, starting in 1918, a small group of paleontologists started an effort to protect the trees and their history as they were linked to the evolution of not only the human species, but many other modern-day creatures as well. Their efforts were rewarded on the state level by the establishment of 3 state parks to protect the redwoods: Prairie Creek in 1923, Del Norte, meaning northern, in 1925, and Jedediah Smith, named after the prospector, in 1929. Some of the redwoods got national attention in the 1960s, when they were bestowed the honor of National Park in 1968. An expansion of the park occurred in 1978, along with an order from Congress to start a rehabilitation process to clear any and all logging roads within the park. These projects continue today, restoring the habitats to their former glory. Beginning in the 90s, both the national park and state parks began to manage the redwoods and the surrounding land cooperatively, which is why you may see several different ranger uniforms and several different types of signs while traveling through the area. One other historical fun fact for Star Wars fans is that the national and state parks were used as a filming location for the planet Endor in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, in 1982. Now that you know a little bit about the trees and how they've been used over the years, let's take a look at some of the other wildlife at the park. Herds of Roosevelt elk can be seen in the prairies at the park, and cutthroat trout and Chinook salmon can be found within streams like Prairie Creek and Redwood Creek in the area. A rare sighting are black bears, who wander the backcountry searching for acorns. But beware, food that is not kept in a safe place can quickly become an unexpected snack for a bear. Please follow park guidelines for making sure the bears at Redwood stay wild. Moving over to the sea, many marine creatures such as sea lions and orcas play and hunt in the waters of the Pacific Ocean, while sea stars and anemones bask in the intertidal zones, waiting to be discovered by visitors going tide pooling. Flying above the park are pelicans and murrelets, who soar in and out of the omnipresent fog that covers the park most mornings. Looking at a map of the national and state parks, one might find the boundaries weird at first. Aside from a chunk in the north and a chunk in the south, the national park is mostly a thin strip of land along the coast. But there are plenty of activities to do in all areas of this unique and exciting place. Starting in the south, visitors can stop at the Crucial Visitor Center and get info about the activities on the south end of the park. From there, cars must drive to the town of Ork and will enter into Prairie Creek State Park. This area also contains the road that leads to the Tall Trees Grove, containing some of the tallest redwoods in the area. While driving through Prairie Creek, be on the lookout for the above-mentioned Roosevelt elk, who like to roam in the large flat expanses between the redwoods. A good way to see a lot of trees in a short amount of time is by taking the Newton B. Drury Scenic Parkway, named after the 4th Director of the National Park Service. The road is an alternate route to US 101, a highway that runs the length of the park, and is a popular road for those who plan on driving along large sections of the Pacific Coast. North of the Drury Parkway, 101 makes its way towards the town of Crescent City, the last major city before crossing into Oregon on 101. Just before reaching Crescent City, visitors will pass through Del Norte State Park. Past Crescent City, US 199 heads east from the coast, entering Jedediah Smith State Park, and ending our trip in the Redwoods at the Hiyoshi Visitor Center near the town of the same name. Redwood National Park is an important piece of the past, brought to life in the present to be preserved for the future by the National Park Service. But they can only do so much. If you want to help keep these majestic trees around for generations to come, spread the news about the National Park, encourage others to watch this video to become educated about the trees as well. Or, if you can, take a first-hand visit to Redwood and experience what it feels like to be surrounded by giants. Thanks for watching. Until next time, get outside, be active in nature, and find new ways to fill your life with adventure.